Okay, just wanted to, I don't know, just start doing more video stuff because Substack can allow for video stuff now, which is great. I don't know if it's long-term gonna be interesting, so let's do it. Between this and the podcast, I'm writing not as much, but hope to be writing more soon, and also hope to be fixing this height thing. So we'll deal with this right now for what it is. This is more or less a test run. Anyway, this is like ignore this if it isn't good, and if it's great, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I thought it'd be super fun to just kind of like talk about what I've been playing or reading, and do it more that maybe like once a week, something like that, because I play a lot of video games. Obviously, thankfully, I travel a lot for work, but a lot of my work also takes place at home. So I am playing video games a lot more easily than being stuck in retail for 10 hours at a clip. So it's nice. Anyway, so I'm gonna talk about a few things. First thing I'm gonna talk about is that I just started last night Brute Force Betrayals by Dean Weasly Smith. Dean Weasly Smith is a genre writer. He did the Resistance book, which I have a copy of, and then accidentally ordered another copy of yesterday because I thought I didn't have a copy. So there you go. Haven't gotten too far into it, but it is pretty cool to see the Del Rey publication, the Del Rey publisher logo on there with the Xbox logo. This is back when they were really trying to do cross-media stuff with books, not realizing that, I mean, most gamers are probably not going to read books tied into video games, except for the Halo books, which ended up being a huge success. But it is pretty funny. A couple of things is that Del Rey doesn't really exist anymore, so that's really funny. Also, this was done in a trade, mass market size, which I love. And it's like a prequel to the game. So there's no Reptile Man in this one. This is really about the three humans and how they got together and working for fighting the Confeds or whatever they're called. Lots of action so far, not too much story. So I sometimes I get a little glazed over when it's just like reload, fire, reload, fire. It's just like, okay, what's the story though? How do we eventually get to find Reptile Man in the first game? So yeah, so reading this right now, enjoying it. It is what it is. This height thing has got to go. Oh my god, I really got to get something to deal with this. All right. Other thing is, I started playing CRYSIS 2 yesterday. CRYSIS 2 is a good video game. I played about 2 hours of it. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm not super familiar with the CRYSIS series, like in terms of, like, I know of it. I remember when the first one came out and how crazy that was with Crytek's engine in there. But in terms of like the lore and the story stuff, I'm trying to suss out. So that's been pretty interesting for me to look into. And I ordered a book that is tied into CRYSIS, so it's called CRYSIS Legion. I forget who wrote it, but more on that soon. But CRYSIS 2, beautiful looking game for 360 era. Pretty much like, here is an open area, do what you will to murder all these people, and that's kind of how it goes. So enjoying that. More thoughts on that hopefully next week. But yeah, been really liking it. I got this limited edition version from GameStop, which the codes inside obviously do not work. I can't get bonus XP. Not going to happen. Let's see. IGN says it was amazing. And 2010 E3 got a lot of best of awards from GameSpy. So those are things that don't exist anymore. So yeah, pretty good so far. So I'll keep you posted on that. And lastly, Mitch and I, for the podcast, are going to be recording a video on Heavenly Sword because we replayed it, and it's one of the Ninja Theory games that we forgot to play back when we were doing a lot of the Ninja Theory games. So very excited to talk about that with him, because I enjoy going back to it, performance issues aside with that whole early PS3 stuff. But Yeah, well, there'll be a whole podcast about it, but I think it's a great little game, not little, um, that is kind of held back still by just issues with that damn cell processor. But I watched the movie, which came out in 20. I bought this. By the way, I bought the Blu-ray of Heavenly Sword. So go figure. The Heavenly Sword Blu-ray is it's a weird thing. Like, why does it exist? Because the game came out in, I think, 2007, and the movie came out in like 2014. And by that time, like, I mean, who was asking for this? You know, like Heavenly Sword's cool. They decided not to do any of the planned sequels for the game because I guess it didn't make enough money or something. And so they come out with a movie in 2014. They take out Andy Serkis, replace him with Alfred Molina, who I thought was at first Thomas Jane, but it's not. But they replace Andy Serkis with Alfred Molina, which, listen, I love Alfred Molina. He's a great actor. But it's really hard to replace Serkis, especially in that role that was so specific to him. And they also introduced like a random new character with Thomas Jane. His name's Loki, and they changed the story in that like so like Nariko's and Kai's dad. After Nariko was born, he just like lost his shit. He's like, I need to have a boy, so he just like went off for like months and just tried to impregnate everybody I guess around the empire, his like where the clan is, and gave birth to, and eventually sired this boy named Loki. And the movie follows Kai and Nariko looking for the boy because he's the true heir to hold the Heavenly Sword, which is not the case in the video game. It's Nariko the whole way through. There is no looking for a boy heir. There are some similar things that happen, but like it's really different in that sense, and not for the better. I don't think like I don't know. Like I think that the video game story was fine for a video game, but it's also one of those things. It's like once you take out the video game things and just make it a 90-minute movie, it's not really that interesting because you're like the interesting part is when I was ragdolling dudes off the side of a cliff with my sword chain blades, you know? So I thought that was kind of weird. And they and um yeah, I don't really know who this was for exactly. Todd Farmer did the screenplay, which was cool. I like Todd Farmer. If you don't know Tom Farmer, he did the screenplay for Jason X. He also did the screenplay for Drive Angry. So he's like a genre dude. So he probably did this for a paycheck, but I mean, it's a very odd. This is a very odd thing that exists that I'm not sure what they were thinking and why they needed to put it out. But yeah, it's pretty rad. So and pretty bad, not rad. Sorry. But I watched it, and so you don't have to, or buy it, so you don't have to. And I don't even remember how much I spent on it, but whatever it was too many dollars, so you don't have to get it now. Looking ahead this week, I mean, I'm really just excited to play that new Kirby DLC, so we'll see how that goes. Um, I'm still kind of concerned that it will just be like there'll be the base game that is untouched for a Switch 2 improvement, and then there'll be like this added section that is all Switch 2, like they did with the Mario Party Jamboree thing, which is like the most diabolical update I think anyone could have created. They're like, no, we'll keep the base game the same, and then we'll add the Switch 2 side to it that literally does not track your progress or save or cross over or anything. It's a bad idea. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna try to do maybe more of these. Try to get some height here or some angle, so I'm not like looks like I'm in a Hobbit house when I do this. Hello. So yeah, so there we go. You can check out my cool House Moving Castle t-shirt though. We like that. All right, bye.